What's up guys, and welcome back to yet another video. And in this video I'm going to explain to you exactly how you can go from zero to getting inbound leads within 30 days with your personal brand using one of our clients' examples that we actually achieved, right? Because our clients Joop and Wesley basically made 8.5k after 2 weeks of starting to work with us, all by just posting simple organic marketing videos on their Instagram profile. We started 4 weeks ago with Miro-based educational content, showing exactly what we do, only targeting our ICP. No fluff, no virality chases, no lifestyle stuff, just content that sells, right? And then in the last 30 days, we had 123,000 views on a completely new account, all the way from zero. And 63% of those came from the Reels. 54% of the views came from non-followers. That means we are attracting a lot of new leads and not just talking to the same people over and over again. Now, because of the right targeting and the hooks that we implemented, we gained 1,100 followers. That's a 2,000% growth rate from an account that started from zero with 1.4 thousand interactions, one of the fastest growth we have seen with Miro video accounts. And then of course, the 8.5k in the first 2 weeks, the first close came in. First sale close, 8.5k from cold to content to close, one of the fastest ROIs we have seen with a new brand. Now, let me break this down for you, because you might think like, oh, this is crazy and this is just a lucky number. But no, we have done this before. Just like how we have scaled Ethan from 0 to 20k per month with organic marketing using lifestyle and talking videos. You can actually watch the video on my YouTube channel here. But without further ado, right now you are in a position where none of this will be possible and you're focusing on the wrong kind of content. You have no client conversions, your content lacks a strategy, and these are the common mistakes that you make, right? So the first mistake that you make is you post without a strategy and you have no buyer journey, you have no next steps for your viewers, and you're treating your page like a billboard. Even if you look at my Instagram page, for example, you might think, oh, this looks clean, but I don't want this to look like a billboard, especially the Reels section. We don't want it to look sexy. We want to provide as much value as we can within the videos that we're posting. And that's also why you see me go doubling down on these Miro videos heavily, rather than posting a bunch of lifestyle videos that attracts the wrong audience. Now, the result when you don't fix these problems is you're just noise. You're just showing cool stuff and showing nice videos, but you're not converting anything or you're not getting any sales. And how can we solve this? By implementing the personal branding funnel, with creating awareness, by building trust, and by taking action for the viewers. You will actually implement a 4-stage system onto your personal brand that will actually get you the conversions that you are looking for, rather than all the vanity metrics like views, followers, likes, comments, saves, and shares. We want to get conversions. The 4th stage is attraction. We want to get attention only from our ideal client profile. Nothing else, just our ideal client profile. And that's why we need to be posting targeted short form content on Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Now, the content that we're posting must do a very specific thing, and that is speak to a specific problem, show proof of the results that we can get, and make our ICP feel understood. Now, let's take a few of the videos from the client that we actually scaled and take them as an example. So in this video specifically, Joop is going over the agency trap. A trap that a lot of e-commerce entrepreneurs fall into because they are too lazy to do it themselves, and they think that by hiring an agency, it can be an easy fix for their e-commerce business. But it actually is a trap, because the agency is not going to help you. They are only going to help you if you are their top client. So that's why you need to build everything in-house when it comes to your e-commerce store. And that's also what Joop is explaining here. It's a very specific problem to a very specific niche, and he is solving that problem within this Miro video. Now, if we take a look at the other video, show proof of what you're doing. In this video, Joop is actually showing how to get to 1.2 million a month with Google Dropshipping. And that's why it's so important, because this is direct proof and a screenshot of his Shopify dashboard showing exactly how much money he has made with his store. And that just builds a lot of trust, credibility, and it shows that you are an expert within the market that you're in. Now we can also make our ICP feel understood. This is where Joop shares a little bit more of a personal story, and also a kind of a feeling that people might have when they do entrepreneurship. Also, very important, this is also very good for connection building with your audience. And that's why it's so important to do and make videos like this every now and then as well. Now, what is the outcome of this? There's no fluff, there's a clear outcome, and it's super, super niche down on the kind of person that you want to attract. You want to make sure you post once or twice every single day, but make sure that the videos are high quality in order for you to convert. And that will lead us to the next step, the execution plan. But first, let me go over the other stages as well. Because the second stage is connection. You want to build trust and relatability with your audience. And that's why you want to share your personal story and videos like this as well, right? People buy from who they can relate to. If you are just trying to be someone that's way better, way cooler, way richer than your audience, then they can't relate to you, and then it will be hard for them to buy from you. Now, how can we do this? We can do this through our Instagram stories, right? And the daily story strategy that you need to implement is BTS content, talk like a friend, show proof, process, and clients that you have helped, and use CTAs for lead flow straight into your DMs so you can start selling. Now, here are some examples of my own stories, right? So if we go into my archive, you can actually see that if it just takes a second to load, let's just go this. Behind the scenes content is basically where you share your lifestyle, your setup, what you're doing, what you're traveling to, why you are doing this. That is basically behind the scenes content. Then talk like a friend content can be in the form like a Q&A or just speaking stories on your profile. So a great example is just posting a Q&A so that people can get direct access to you and get an answer very, very fast. And the best way to answer them is by speaking to your audience because it's way more personal and it's way more connected. Then the second thing, show proof, process, and clients. I recommend doing this as much as you can, but don't oversaturate and burn out your audience. So just as how I showed Joop's highlight, that's a great way of doing a story sequence, showing your clients, showing the results that you can get, and showing what you do for other people. And if we look at my archive here, you can see here, client results, client results, client results, client results. Over and over again, I share client results, I share value, behind the scenes, I ask questions, I share more client results, I share more lifestyle. So it's really a combination of all these things that you need to implement onto your story in order to get the CTA and the lead flow going, right? And a CTA can be something like this, as very short and bold as this it can be. I could have made a full story sequence about the last story, breaking down exactly blah, blah, blah. Sometimes less is more, DMs are open. This is something you can do when you are already a little bit longer in the market and you already have some clients going for yourself and you are the expert within the market. You can do something like this. If you are a little bit more new, you need to build based off of scarcity, credibility, trust, results, and then you do the CTA in order for people to actually interact with the stories, right? And then the stories convert and build trust. You want to post 3 to 8 stories every single day, and not always just results, but just post stories to make sure you can actually nurture the people and build that trust and convert those people into a DM for your product or service. Now, what is stage number 3? And stage number 3 is authority, right? We want to show or flex our results. The more results we can show, the more authority we will build, the more trust we will gain from our audience. And this is very important for an audience that already follows us, right? Because you want to make sure that you prove to your clients that you can deliver a service and that you can actually get them the results. So not just sharing your own results, but also sharing the results for the clients that you have helped. I think it's even more important than sharing your own results because, okay, sure, maybe you can do it for yourself, you can fake it, but you cannot fake client results. And that's why they are so important. Now, this is the daily story content that you need to implement in order to get the authority. Actually, this should just say the weekly content strategy that you need to implement in order to get this goal achieved, right? So you want to post talking videos about your expertise, about the market that you're in, about the niche that you're in. This can be personal stories. This can be informational talking videos. This can be funny talking videos, vlogs, whatever the case may be. Make sure you post talking videos every now and then. Then a very important one is case studies. And if we actually go to my channel here, you can actually see I even have a specific playlist on my home channel where you can see all the client case studies that I have done, which is super important. This builds a lot of trust and a lot of people will buy from you once you have more of these client case studies, right? Then, as you can see here, we have videos on how to scale your agency. And then we have a playlist on social media growth and personal branding, where I just teach a lot of stuff about how to actually grow your personal brand, grow your social media, how to sell through social media. And then least important are the travel vlogs, but usually it gets a lot of exposure. As you can see here, 19K views on this video for my Mykonos vlog. And that just gets you the attention in the beginning, right? Now, the revenue screenshots, breaking down exactly what you do and how you get results for your clients without even just having a client to speak about it. So here in videos like this, I will break down my whole system. 136K a month without paid ads, I broke down the whole system. 100K per month profile funnel, I broke down the whole system. Even in this video, I broke down the whole system, right? You want to break down the system and show revenue screenshots or result screenshots. If, let's say, you're in the organic marketing space, show the results that you can get for the clients, because that is what will get you more clients. And then storytelling. People need to know your story. And that's why if we go to my channel, you will also see my story from dropping out of college to moving to Dubai at 23 years old. People can resonate with this story. If they watch this video, they know me so well that it will almost feel to them as if I'm their friend. And it means that it will be easier for them to buy from us, right? So that is stage number 3. And then the last stage is conversion. How do we get people to buy from us? How do we collect the leads easily? And how do we get people to trust us? The answer is pretty simple. As I said, the next step is easy. The conversion options are pretty simple and straightforward. You want to have story highlights like Nick's setting, for example, where you can just simply do a story that says, start here. It's basically one big VSL, but not in the form of a video, more so in the form of a story. So a SFL, right? A short video letter, or like a sales letter on your story. So here you can actually see, if you go through this whole story, it builds so much trust and credibility, and he shows all the numbers. He shows the people that he is working with. He's showing that he's a genuine guy, flying out his Philippines editor, bought his dream car, building more lifestyle credibility, spoke in front of a group of 100 people, showing that you're an expert within the market, showing that you go on podcast. And after collecting $3.1 million over the past 2.5 years, you see, if you go through this story, you will opt into his funnel and you will most likely send him a DM. So that's what you want to do. Build story highlights, just like how I have it on my profile as well. As you can see here, all the story highlights of clients that I work with and clients that I have gotten results for, still work with. Very important, implement the story highlights about the results you can get for other people. Then the IG bio with the CTA. Founder and CEO growth acquisition. The CTA is DM me info if you want me to help build and scale a 50K to 100K per month info business, and then explains exactly what he does on that YouTube video. Then a ManyChat funnel. So this is actually one of my captions, and what you can do on your reels if you actually have lead magnets that you want to send to people for free, so you can actually get more DMs and also provide value to your audience. Because as Alex Hormozi always says, the more you give, eventually the more you will get. On social media, and specifically in organic marketing, all you need to be doing is giving. And then in the ads, that's where you will ask the people to do something for you, right? So all these videos, they have basically a caption or a CTA where people can comment metrics, and they will get the exact tracking sheet or the exact coaching blueprint, whatever the case may be. They will get it sent into their DMs for free. Now, I highly recommend you implement this as well. Start making like 5 ManyChat lead magnets that you can send out to people for free. Put it in all the captions of your videos so you can also increase the engagement on your videos. And that's how you will build more trust. Also get people interested because you provided so much value to them for free. And that's also how you can get more DMs. Now, the manual CTA on your story, of course, I've made a full story sequence about the last story, breaking down exactly blah, blah, blah. But sometimes less is more. My DMs are open, right? This is basically an example of a CTA. There's way more examples on my stories and my highlights as well that you can check. So highly recommend you implement that. Now, what are the best practices? Story plus content equals DMs. Everything needs to be aligned. Everything needs to be synchronized together. All the way from your YouTube videos, matching together with your Instagram stories, matching together with your reels. Everything needs to be aligned with each other. Otherwise, it's not going to work out well and the results will be less than you expect. And then you can qualify all your leads through a conversational flow within the DMs, or you can send them through a funnel or a sales call where they can actually buy your offer. It's simple and it's scalable, and that's how we like it and that's how we want it, right? Now, what are the next steps, right? Because what is the execution plan that you can implement for your business in order to get leads in the first 30 days all the way from zero with organic marketing, right? So you want to be posting for a clear niche down offer. You don't want to be broad. You don't want to start yapping about, oh, take cold showers, read books and meditate. No, you want to keep it niche down and solve very specific problems for the niche that you are in. Make sure that you post 1 to 2 short form videos every single day and make sure that they solve a problem, that it's valuable to your audience. You share your story, just like how I explained in this section here, and make your ICP feel understood, right? Then you want to make sure you post 3 to 8 stories every single day. Show your lifestyle, show the results, show the things that you can do for other people, do CTAs for free lead magnets. And then you want to make sure that your profile is set up in order for this funnel to work. Have a clear bio, have a clear profile picture, have these story highlights. And then the DM conversation mechanism is something you can check out on my channel as well, where I actually go over the DM and the conversational flow that you need to implement. This is it, this video, how I closed my first 3,500 client, not a guru. Watch that video on how I closed the clients through my DMs. And then tracking systems. You want to make sure you track everything, right? From your views, followers, saves, comments, likes, shares, and the DMs that you're getting, the calls that are being booked, the calls that are being taken, the calls that are being closed. Every single detail you want to track. And if you want any of my tracking sheets, just comment the word metrics or comment the word tracking under any of my Instagram videos and I will send it over to you for free. Again, great example of how a lead magnet works in real life, right? So if you DM me one of those words, you will see kind of how I do my lead magnets. Now, a critical mindset shift that you need to have is you don't need more reach. You don't need to go viral. Look, guys, Joop and Wesley, so insane. Only 1,100 followers and they made 8.5K USD in the first 2 weeks of posting simple Miro videos like this, right? Absolutely insane. And you can also see that the engagement is pretty high on these videos, right? 15.9K, 13.4K on the first ever video. Story views are also good. So this is what we want to do. And this is how we want to do it, right? You don't need more reach. You just need to make niche down content that solves a specific problem for your ideal client profile. Intentional content, as I said, think about what you're going to post. Stop yapping about the lifestyle stuff and all that bullshit. Make sure that you understand what your ICP wants to learn and listen to and make that kind of content. A proven system will get you the results that you want. Hard-earned cash, as you can see, $87,000 for one of my clients in December. In March, $59,000 for one of my other clients in March. And then in February, $136,000 for one of my clients as well. The results are insane. Look, yes, some of these videos go crazy viral, 21 million views in 7 days, but you don't need the views. Again, guys, even though you see all the crazy numbers here, you don't need to go insanely viral in order to get a lot of sales. And that's also what I wanted to show you guys within this video. Then watch this video if you want to see exactly how we went from 0 to 20K per month. And yeah, it even works for beginners. As you can see, this page was started all the way from 0 about 3 to 4 weeks ago, and we're already at 1,100 followers. The views are insane, and we got our first close in. So it works for beginners. The key insights of this video: your content is a funnel. Stop yapping about bullshit. Treat your content as a lead magnet piece. Every piece plays a role where they need to attract more leads for your offer, right? Every single piece of content, guys. And then post to build trust. Don't post to flex. Don't post to show off. Don't post to be cool. Post to build trust and to provide value in order to get yourself more leads. Now, that's pretty much the whole structure that I wanted to go over with you guys within this video. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was useful. And honestly, by the videos I've been making on my channel, you should be able to do all of this yourself. If you don't want to do it yourself, or if you need help with this structure and actually turn your personal brand into a money-making machine, just DM me with any questions or book a call with me in the description down below, and we'll see if I can help you out. Hopefully this was valuable. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.